After a crash, you'd think if you have full coverage, you're protected, but you would be wrong. When it's time to file a claim, you'll be shocked to discover that your insurance policy doesn't provide you protection as you thought. In this video, we'll help you understand the ins and outs of full coverage, the limitations that often go unnoticed, and how you can better protect yourself in the event of a crash. Hey, I'm attorney Lloyd Bourgeois, your Louisiana injury attorney. I've spent years helping injured people just like you fight back when insurance companies and others try to take advantage of them following a crash. And if you've been in a crash and need someone in your corner, give me and my team a call at 504-882-9867. We'll talk about your case and help you get started on the right foot. So let's dive into it. When people hear the term full coverage, they often assume it means they're covered for any and all crashes, no matter the circumstances. But the truth is, full coverage typically only includes three basic components. Number one, liability insurance. This insurance covers the damages and injuries to other folks if you are found to be at fault in a crash. It's the minimum required by the law in most states, but it's often not enough to cover all the expenses in the event of a serious crash. Number two, collision insurance. This part of your car insurance pays for damages to your vehicle after a crash, regardless of who's at fault. So while collision insurance can help repair your vehicle, it doesn't cover the medical expenses or injuries that you may receive resulting from the crash. Number three, comprehensive insurance. Comprehensive insurance protects your vehicle from damages that's not related to a collision. So we're talking about things like theft, vandalism, flooding, hurricanes. While helpful, collision insurance still leaves gaps when it comes to covering personal injury or damages caused by an uninsured driver. So while these components cover a lot, there's still critical areas that full coverage does not address. Specifically, if you're in a crash with an uninsured or underinsured driver, or if you're injured in ways that go beyond the basics of property damage, you might not have enough coverage. That's why it's crucial to understand what's missing and how you can fill in the gaps. So now let's address something many folks don't realize. Your full coverage does not protect you when it comes to bodily injuries sustained in a crash. In most cases, you're only purchasing liability insurance, and that only covers injuries to other folks if you're at fault. But what if another driver is at fault, or if they don't have enough insurance and they hit you? This is where uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage comes into play. Without this coverage, you could be left with hefty medical bills after a crash caused by someone else who has little or no insurance. While we get many calls and many people assume their full coverage covers these types of injuries, the fact is this coverage needs to be added separately. It's also important to note medical payments or MedPay coverage can provide some medical benefit coverage regardless of fault. However, again, these policies are not often included in full coverage, and you'll need to specifically request them and talk to your agent about it. If you haven't reviewed your policy to ensure it includes these essential coverages, you could be left facing medical bills that you assumed would be covered. So even though you may have what's labeled as full coverage, it's not a catch-all that guarantees protection for all possible scenarios. Given these gaps in coverage, it's crucial to review your auto insurance policy and make sure you're fully protected. While full coverage is a great starting point, it's often not enough. Here's some things you should consider. Number one, uninsured or underinsured motorist coverage. This is probably the most important additional coverage you can add to your policy. It's also probably the most expensive. This coverage is going to protect you if you're hit by a driver who doesn't have insurance or doesn't have enough insurance to cover your injuries, or a driver who flees the scene and you're unable to find them. In some states, uninsured coverage may be mandatory. In others, it's optional. It's worth considering for peace of mind. Second big coverage, MedPay. MedPay covers medical expenses regardless of who's at fault in the collision. If you don't have these two coverages, talk to your agent about it, ask them for a quote, see how much it's going to cost to add it to your policy. They can sure save you a lot of trouble in event of a crash. A third big coverage you may want to consider is rental car coverage. If your car is damaged after a crash and the other driver doesn't have enough coverage to pay for your damages, or if you were at fault, rental car coverage can ensure that you don't have to pay for a rental car out of pocket while your vehicle is in the shop. This coverage is not usually included in basic full coverage, but it's another affordable add-on you might want to consider. Sometimes lowering your deductible or increasing your policy limits can give you much greater coverage at a relatively small increase in cost. Make sure your policy limits are sufficient to cover potential expenses in the case of a serious crash. You want to make sure you have enough coverage to protect your family and your assets. But here's the thing. No amount of insurance coverage can protect you from insurance companies trying to protect their profits. Even with the right insurance coverage, getting fair compensation after a crash isn't guaranteed. Gotta remember, insurance companies are businesses first, and their goal is often to maximize their profits, not to fully protect you. That's why working with an experienced personal injury attorney is so important. A lawyer can help you understand your rights, push back against lowball offers, and make sure you're not left paying for someone else's mistakes. Whether it's dealing with complicated policy language, proving fault, or negotiating a better settlement, having a skilled advocate in your corner can make all the difference after a crash. If you're not sure if you have the right coverage or you're concerned about gaps in your insurance, don't wait until it's too late. Talk to your agent and review your policy today. And if you do have the right coverages and need to make a claim, you need a trusted attorney to protect your rights and help you fight for the full recovery you're entitled to. If you or someone you cared about has been injured in a crash and you're looking for an experienced attorney who will fight to get you the compensation you deserve, reach out to me and my team today at 504-882-9867. If you found this video helpful, hit that subscribe button and check out our other videos.